When a crime is committed, we all picture the yellow police tape and detectives dusting for fingerprints. But what happens when the crime scene is a hard drive? When the fingerprints are just lines of code? Well, today, we're diving deep into that world. We're going to become digital detectives using this incredible guide to computer hacking forensic investigation.
All right, so let's map out our journey. We're going to follow the exact path a digital detective would take. First, we'll explore the digital crime scene itself. Then, we'll see how they secure the evidence, which is super critical. After that, we'll follow the digital breadcrumbs, peek into their high-tech toolkit, and finally, see how it all comes together in the courtroom. Okay, first stop, the digital crime scene. Now, you gotta forget what you've seen on TV. In this world, a crime scene isn't just a physical place. It can be a laptop, a corporate server, or even the smartphone in your pocket, all of them packed with invisible clues that tell a story. So, what are these investigators actually looking for? They're on the hunt for digital evidence. And as you can see here, that's basically any piece of data that has probative value, which is just a fancy legal way of saying it can help prove or disprove a fact in court. We're talking about everything from a deleted email to a system log file. It's all potential evidence.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Look at the sheer variety of these digital crime scenes. It's not just about tracking some shadowy hacker in a basement. It could be a corporate investigation into stolen secrets, or tracing the source of a phishing scam, or, pulling crucial data off a phone in a major criminal case. It's everywhere.
Okay, so what's the next step? Just like in the physical world, the first person on the scene has an absolutely critical job. But here, the goal is to preserve a super fragile digital environment. Any wrong move could contaminate everything. This is where the digital first responders step in. And they follow a very strict playbook. First, they lock down the scene, unplugging from the network, for instance. Then, they document absolutely everything. But look at number 3, because this is the most important part. They create a perfect bit-for-bit forensic copy of all the data. This copy is what they work on, leaving the original evidence totally untouched and pristine. This quote right here, this is the golden rule of the entire field. Seriously. Why? Because even something as simple as turning a computer on can change hundreds of files and timestamps, destroying potential evidence. By working on that perfect copy, they ensure the digital crime scene stays frozen in time and that their findings will actually hold up in court. All right, so with a secure copy of the evidence in hand, the real detective work can finally begin. We're moving into the analysis phase, where investigators start to follow that digital trail, even if the person who left it tried really, really hard to cover their tracks. You can think of an operating system like a computer's own black box flight recorder. It logs everything. Investigators can dig into the system registry and find stuff like a list of every USB drive that was ever plugged in, or they can sift through fragments of so-called deleted files to piece together exactly what a user did, what they accessed, and when they did it. Now, if the computer is the crime scene, then the network is the entire highway system leading to it. Network forensics is like reviewing all the security camera footage from that highway. Analysts pore over traffic logs to trace an intruder's exact path, figuring out the digital door they used to sneak in. And, of course, then there's the device that's with us 24/7. Let's be honest, our phones are basically an incredibly detailed diary of our entire lives. Mobile forensics can pull out everything. Call logs, text messages, GPS location data, app usage, you name it. It can provide a minute-by-minute timeline of a person's life. Now, trying to follow these trails across terabytes, literally trillions of bytes of data, would be completely impossible to do by hand. So how do they do it? Let's take a look at the investigator's high-tech toolkit, the powerful software that lets them find that one crucial file, that needle in a digital haystack. Two of the heavyweights in this field are Forensic Toolkit, or FTK, and EnCase. Think of them like different brands of a detective's master kit. FTK is an absolute speed demon. Its real power is how fast it can index and search massive amounts of data. EnCase, on the other hand, is the long-standing industry standard, really prized for its deep, granular analysis and its ability to generate court-ready reports. So the technical work is done. The data has been found and analyzed. But believe it or not, the job isn't over yet. The final, and you could argue most important step, is to translate all of those bits and bytes into a clear, compelling, and truthful story that a judge and jury can actually understand. You can really see the whole journey right here. All that analysis feeds into a meticulously documented report. That report then becomes the foundation for courtroom testimony, where the investigator often has to step into this new role, the expert witness, there to guide the court through all the technical evidence.
And this quote just nails it. Being a great digital detective isn't just about being a tech wizard, it's about being a great communicator. Their job, as it says here, is to be a teacher. They have to break down incredibly complex topics, like network protocols or file systems, into simple concepts that everyone in that room can follow. And that really brings us to the future. At its heart, digital forensics has always been about separating what's real from what's fake. But as technology like AI gets more and more powerful, that challenge gets a whole lot harder. In a world of convincing deepfakes and AI-generated data, the digital detective's search for the truth is going to be more critical and, frankly, more difficult than it has ever been before.